I'm Kerry Sanders in Fayetteville, North Carolina. For those who evacuated, like Russet and David Rogers, whose home is less than a mile from the Cape Fear River, today has been another day of misery as they anxiously wonder if their house is now submerged. When you hear 62 plus feet, what do you think?
I think that's major.
We have insurance on the house, but not flood insurance.
And that's a problem for the Rogers and so many others here who only have homeowners insurance.
I've been there 20-something years and never had no problem.
They're not alone. It's estimated less than 3% of residents who live well inland from the North Carolina coast carry a $700 a year flood insurance policy. But as residents are discovering in the vast areas of the impact zone, the cost is dire. According to FEMA, just 6 inches of floodwater in a home costs a homeowner $52,000 in damage. At a foot, the loss is $72,000. And 4 feet, more than $100,000. Adding to confusion, agents say most homeowners mistakenly believe if they're not in a flood zone, they don't need flood insurance.
People just feel that it's not going to happen to me and until it does, and unfortunately, that's when they need it.
Tonight, the North Carolina Department of Insurance says this is the worst flooding the state has ever seen. Damage estimates expected to exceed $10 billion.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.